Well, guys, look what we have here. Ubisoft, in this case, Rainbow Six Siege, instead of putting a Pride post, put a Men's Mental Health Awareness Month post, which is a huge deviation from previous years. Obviously, there are some companies that have changed their logos, like I believe Microsoft has, probably Ubisoft. I haven't checked
Nope.
100%, but like we're definitely noticing a lot of a smaller response to Pride Month, whether it be just one post, just changing logos, not changing logos at all, maybe not even like making a response post, but the fact that they're bringing up this issue of mental health awareness specifically for men, that I think that's a huge step forward. And I think, like you said, prior to us hitting the record button, like maybe it's because they're trying to make themselves look better to be bought.
I think the background rumor mill is that Rainbow Six Siege is trying to get bought off by somebody else. I believe it's like Tencent or something like that is looking to buy Rainbow Six Siege.
Don't trust China. China is asshole.
So I'm thinking maybe this has something to do with that. I can't really confirm nor deny that, but I think this year in particular, it's just been a much smaller response for the Pride Month. I've seen a lot of like the major corporations that usually will change their logo into like some sort of pride logo. They haven't done that, and surprisingly enough, I saw a few of them, and Microsoft did not change their logo. Surprised. Xbox did. Microsoft didn't. So I don't know. I think it's just like some sort of like clawback. Just look good, post something very masculine. I believe Tencent is the one who does Marvel Rivals. Is that right? And Marvel Rivals is very like non woke, if you will.
Well, let's look at it this way: Tencent, Chinese, and in order for a company to operate in China, there needs to be a member of the CCP um, involved inside the company. So all this nonsense, the CCP being like a shit government. Yeah, it's shit government.
No offense, but it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
That's one thing they don't deal with, this whole chicks with dicks, mental illness. They care about money, and unfortunately they'll throw their they'll throw their own people into the wall if that means they're gonna make money. As you brought up Marvel Rivals, we have attractive characters, a fun game, cool IP. Marvel as a whole seems to be getting a lot better treatment in the video game space, not necessarily in like movies and TV shows. But going back to the Pride Month reaction from a lot of these companies, it's definitely a lot quieter response. We're seeing, in stores like Target, for instance, they don't have this huge Pride section. They actually have a Fourth of July section, where their Pride section usually would be Walmart. I don't think Walmart really had a Pride section in a lot of places, but like all these companies are seeing the writing on the wall. They shit where they ate, and now they realize we can't do that no more. They can have like a small post here and there. Personally, I think we shouldn't even have anything to do with it, but they're a company. This is capitalism. The market decides, and if we say we're not into it, then we should have that choice not to interact with it. I always hated the aspect of these companies like celebrating Pride, but you never hear them celebrate, Straight Month or like Family Month. This is the first of any kind that I've seen that they've actually brought up men's mental.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, which I guess could kind of go hand in hand with Pride, especially with all the guys thinking the women, but like we'll push it off next time. Um, and it's just I think it's a good start, but obviously like wokeness isn't dead. It's still gonna be around. It's gonna be clawing its way back into it some way or another. Um, like I said, I think this is a good thing.
I think it's a start. I definitely don't think that this is something that's ever going to go away. In terms of like talking about pride, like the whole like idea of like LGBT fucking nonsense, that's never going to go away. I think it's just going to sit on the back burner for a while, wait until like the political environment changes any amount into something more favorable for them, and then it's going to come back and come back with a vengeance. It's going to be like Return of the Gays for not just June, but like July, August, and September. Like that shit's never going to go away.
Oh no, absolutely. Like they're going to be clawing themselves back into the spotlight. They claim that they're not seen, but trust me, we see you, and we're kind of over it. Um, like I said before, we don't have like this is the first post from any company I've ever seen talk about like just mental health men. Blah, 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 blah. That's all, folks.
The best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway.
Learn to speak.
I can't speak.
5 minutes later.
Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. This is the first post of any kind I've seen. I've seen individuals, some influencers bring it up that are more on the right-leaning side. But like as a company, like Rainbow Six Siege actually saying that's kind of impressive to me. And like obviously we cannot just stop, fighting back against this crap because we have one measly post doesn't mean they actually freaking care. Like who knows how this was even brought up in some meeting or whatever at Rainbow Six. I think starting this coming year, give it a year, we're going to start seeing more companies, more publishers be center. They're not going to dive headfirst into the pride. They're not going to be, hey, guns, freedom, and big ass titties.
Do it! Just do it!
I think we're going to get a lot more companies that just, straight and narrow. They're not going to get involved in politics. They're just going to be like, hey, here's a good game, enjoy it. There's a lot of publishers, developers who already do that. I know Saber Interactive is one of them. They're the guys who created the Space Marines 2 game. There's I forget the developer that did, what was that Souls-like game? I'm drawing a blank, but like the lead for that developer basically put a poll out, and the poll said that we want men and women gender types in our game, not type A and type B. So he literally let the players decide. And I'm gonna kick myself in the ass. I can't remember. I'll put up an image of the game I'm talking about on the screen during post edit. We need more companies that just say, you know what, we want everyone, we want the whole demographic. We don't want to push old fans out in order to catch these quote unquote the new fans, the modern audience. Because when you go towards the modern audience, you are sacrificing the people who love your franchises, like the people who played Rainbow Six Siege. What, they had an operator that was running drones in out of a freaking wheelchair. Like, how does that work for stairs there, buddy? Like, you're hurting the brand. Then you have like Destiny with their trans shader mods and the gay pride this and gay pride that, but like you hardly ever see like a 4th of July red, white, and blue masculine shaders or something to do with that. I'm not even asking.
No.
Yep.
Now, do you think that there is with the current like environment of like gaming, like we have all of these like woke corporations like like Bungie, where they're pushing like a whole bunch of LGBT ideology. Now, do you think that there is a pull coming from the other side with games like Stellar Blade and Marvel Rivals, where the characters are very much attractive based on real life women? Do you think that these two ends of the same of the spectrum, where people are going to start seeing like, hey, one is like way too gross, and then the other one is way too revealing? Like I know recently they released Stellar Blade on on PC in a bunch of mods, and it took less than 3 days for people to start making nude mods for the main character, which is crazy that it took that long. But still, now, do you think that like there's going to be like a group of people who are going to see that and be like, okay, well, I like some aspects of one and some aspects of the other, and then just meet somewhere in the middle, and that's where gaming is going to go in the future?
I absolutely think it's going to have to meet in the middle, but I think that we're going to still have the extreme left and the extreme right. I just think it's up to the market to decide. Personally, for me, like I know the Stellar Blade developers, I don't think they really care about the mods. It's kind of funny though, in the PC side of Stellar Blade, if you go at a certain angle, her clothes clip off her boobs and you can see like the details of her breasts on her. So like they planned this out, like they had her modeled quite detailed. So I'm
I
just saying.
saw the lead dev from the people who made Stellar Blade. I saw the lead dev retweet or repost on X a very revealing mod for the main character. Like, I think he knew this was going to happen, and he purposely made her character model look like that because he knew people were going to mod it. He knew it.
And at the end of the day, people like titties and ass, and we're gonna get titties and ass whether the developers, the publishers like it or not. You can't stop the modding community. You can't stop piracy. It's just gonna happen, and the good games will thrive and the bad games will die, and this is how the world works. In the end, I'm happy that Rainbow Six Siege actually posted like an actual positive post in the month of June. I think men's mental health is, especially in the modern times, has taken a complete nosedive in terms of like how men are viewed, through the political lens, through the lens of being quote unquote men, like these feminists and these woke ideologues kind of look down at us, and it does take its toll. And I'm just glad to see a company actually recognize that for once.
Yeah, it's definitely something good to see in this like day and age. Mental health is such a problem for men right now.
Absolutely. Hey y'all, made it to the end. If you enjoyed, hit the like and subscribe button. Comment down below. We want to hear your thoughts, and we'll catch you on next one.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.